The Lan List, or What's Week This Week. Brought to you by Seattle recording artists, the Presidents of the United States of America. Lame! The upcoming tour was sponsored by Ootwalla.
Lame, totally lame. Lame. Lamest thing I've ever heard.
Your new skull tattoo turned out to look more like a bunny.
Oh, so lame. Totally lame. Incredibly lame.
Alan Craswell never shows any cleavage.
Lame!
Carpeting that has wonderful hardwood floors beneath it.
It's lame. It's lame.
They make you vote for president in the same room that kids discover their sexuality on the rope climb.
That was lame.
All of a sudden, burritos are called wraps.
It's lame. It's lame.
This has been the Lan List. So much. Thank you, the audience. Still on a sugar jag from Halloween. It was quite a Halloween. Yeah. Scary costumes, though. Scary costumes. One little kid, he came to my house dressed as a bottle of Ootwalla. I mean, it's just like, ooh, wow. Yeah. I was a little concerned, actually, when I examined my children's candy. Look at your children's candy. I found some Ootwalla apple juice, Jack in the Box hamburgers, extra strength Tylenol. And a 2-for-1 coupon to Value Jet. Ooh! I know. I got strange neighbors. What can I say, You know, you hate to see that dangerous stuff, but other things can be kind of just annoying. I mean, if you take a look at the candy, a lot of it came in little packages like this, and most of them, if you looked on the label, it says, fun size. Now, what's so fun about 4 Raisinets? I mean, it's like... This is not the fun size. The fun size would be about that big. Fun. This, not fun. But at least it is candy. You go to some of these goody-goody households and you get like a little card that says, in lieu of this candy bar, a 25-cent donation was made in your name to the American Cancer Center. Your baby Ruth was sent to a deserving child in Central America. What the, You can also tell when people, they just, at the end of the night, they just run out of candy. And, they panic, they just start giving you things from around the house. Like, a jar with 3 pickles floating in it. Here. Can of WD-40. Like an old one without the rubber band and the little, it's like, Como anchor Eric Slocum, he was handing out copies of his new book of poetry. There it is right there. That's right. Eric Slocum, he has a book of poetry out. It's the first from a Seattle news anchor, if you don't count Harry Wappler's book of limericks, which I think my favorite one was, there once was a fellow named Doppler who had a magnificent Doppler. He took it to town and showed it around, and now he's enormously poplar. Something like that. Doppler, Wappler. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Another exciting thing this week, to us, this was very exciting. Almost Live's own Steve Wilson got a part on the Halloween episode of the hit TV show News Radio. This was Steve's big break. Now there he is with Phil Hart. Look, see? In his Halloween costume there. Steve. That's great. Great for that fella. He likes that. Steve likes it. He looks happy there, didn't he? But he knows he's going to be on national television. Now let's roll his big scene. Go ahead, Steve, roll it. I know. Look at that.
There. Thank you.
There's Steve's hand right there. See? That's Steve.
Knowing that my day
There's Steve's arm again.
perspective on things. Steve's.
Well, that's great. Now, please, I'm busy.
There it was. That was Steve. Part of Steve's body got in there. I'd say a star is born. I'd say, but of course the big news is the election, and as we get close to it, it seems that every advertisement on television is some politician yelling at some other politician. Well, it's not exactly. If you notice, they often don't talk about the opponent. They talk about their opponent's advertisements. Now, here's a particularly bitter race. Take a look.
Instead of talking about the issues, Randy Trogg is hiring actors to say Jeff Copperhead is in the pocket of big labor. It's not true. I'm Jeff Copperhead, and let's stop all the nonsense and get down to work. I'd appreciate your vote on Tuesday. But please, if you drive to the polls, don't drive like Randy Trogg. He's a menace to government, and he's a menace on the road. I'd appreciate your vote on Tuesday.
Paid for by the committee to elect Jeff Copperhead.
Hello, I'm Randy Trogg. Jeff Copperhead hired stunt drivers to tell lies about my driving record. This is all to divert attention from how he wants to deal with the elderly on Medicare. Can you believe that? This Tuesday, vote for Randy Trogg.
Paid for, Citizens for Randy Trogg.
Okay, hold it. He's one to talk about the elderly. Look how he treats his own mother.
Paid for by the committee.
Hey, that's not my mother, Copperhead. Hey, but how does your mother feel about the women you have working on your staff, huh?
At least I treat those women well. Look how he treats his staff.
Ever wonder why my opponent won't take his shirt off? Huh? Well, maybe he's trying to hide the fact that he has a third eye!
Oh, yeah? Well, look at his last campaign stop.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a killer. Sorry, Bambi. Jeff Copperhead shot your mother. So this Tuesday, vote for Randy Trogg, because I didn't kill Bambi's mother.
And you're saying I did!
Paid for by citizens determined to keep both of these idiots from being elected.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Dr. Laura Show. Thanks for listening. Larry Metzler is our producer. Carolyn Holt screens our calls. And me, I am my kid's overbearing stage mom. Our number here is 1-500-DOCTOR-SMART because I am a doctor and I'm smart. In addition, I have a hugely successful radio show. My books are all bestsellers, and my personal life, well, it just couldn't be more ideal. But you, on the other hand, you're miserable. Let's talk about it. Give me a call. Okay, let's see. We've got Bob here on the line from Kansas. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Dr. Laura. This is Bob Dole.
No last names, Bob. We want to keep these calls anonymous.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You say anonymous. Well, Bob Dole's feeling pretty damn anonymous. Nobody wants to vote for Bob Dole. Bob Dole's gonna cut taxes.
Bob, listen to me. Listen to me. You seem to have an identity problem.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Well, for one thing, you always refer to yourself in the third person.
No, he doesn't.
Fine, then. What do you think your problem is, Bob?
Problem? I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is the American people. I'm Bob Dole. Got a plan. Staying up 96 hours. Getting tired, starting to see things. Doesn't matter. New strategy. Vote for Bob Dole, get a coupon. Trade the coupon in for Marlboro gear. American people don't care, though. Everybody's going to vote for Clinton.
Bob, no. Now, you weren't listening. I said no last names.
Oh, hell, what's the matter with you, woman? All right, everybody's going to vote for that draft-dodging druggie, then.
Bob, I want you to listen to me. You're obviously in denial, and you've got to dig yourself out. Face it, Honey, you've basically flushed your career down the political toilet. And this campaign of yours is nothing more than just a gigantic clog. But fortunately, you had the good sense to get out one last plunger of hope. A plunger named Dr. Laura.
Yeah, well, I guess that sounds pretty good. So, will you vote for Bob Dole?
No. Let's take another call here. Bill, welcome to the Dr. Laura Show.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Laura. I love your show.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say that
Hang on, Hick boy. Here's how it works.
Yes, ma'am.
I ask the questions, you answer. I tell you how you're screwing up your life. Okay, honey?
Okay.
Okay. Now, what's your problem, Bill?
Well, I don't really have a problem. In fact, everything's going just about as good as it possibly can right now. Even when bad things happen, like Hillary getting caught with her fingers in the cookie jar or another aide being indicted, it doesn't seem to affect me.
I don't follow this, Bill. Why are you calling?
Just to gloat.
Oh, please. That makes me want to toss up my lunch.
I'm on the top of the world looking.
Listen to me, Bill. I'm hanging up on you.
Doesn't matter.
These nuts, Larry. Okay, let's take a call from, let's see, it's Ross on line 3. Hello, Ross?
Dr. Laura? Is this Dr. Laura? Am I speaking to Dr. Laura here?
Have you been listening, Ross? I asked the questions.
Oh, I see. Okay, is that how we're going to play it? You just keep interrupting me? Is that how it is?
Listen to me, Ross. Ross, you have got to listen.
Well, now that's just sad.
Listen to me, Ross.
No, you listen to me.
No, you listen to me.
You listen to me.
Shut up, Ross.
You shut up.
Oh, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
You shut up.
You're crazier than I am.
Shut up, you twerp.
Can I just say something here?
Sure, Ross. You can say goodbye.
All right, then. Goodbye. Right. Now, then, here's the thing.
What an obnoxious little troll. Well, I see we're almost out of time, Larry. But if any of my millions of fawning listeners are looking for a holiday gift for that special failure in their life, what better than one of my fabulous best-selling books? I'm right, you're wrong, so just listen to me. Shut up and listen. Shut up. I thought I told you to shut up. What part of shut up don't you understand? And my new workout book, 15 Days to a Tighter Ass. Well, we do have to take a break now, but, I see this is rather unusual. Our lines are wide open, so I only want you to call if you're filled with self-loathing, wallowing in personal pity, or you're just a pathetic loser. Well, there they go. Now, we'll take on the day.
The Late Report. Well, Hoquiam High School has canceled the remainder of this year's football season after a majority of the players admitted to using drugs or alcohol. The arrangement is said to be A-OK with the players, as it should free up a lot more time to devote to smoking dope and getting hammered. A memo to parents whose kids attend Hazelwood Elementary in Edmonds asked them not to send their children to school on Halloween in scary costumes that feature, quote, ghosts, witches, monsters, blood, or gore. Teachers say the gore costume has been especially disturbing for the children. The Bob Dole puppet is outselling the Bill Clinton puppet 4-1 at local Seattle toy stores. According to one store manager, the puppets are basically the same, but with the Dole puppet, you get a free pen. Bruce Springsteen sang songs about broken dreams and desperation from his album The Ghost of Tom Joad at the Paramount Theater Tuesday night. He then stuffed a pair of socks down his pants and sang What's New, Pussycat?, which will be featured on his upcoming album The Ghost of Tom Jones. Pacific Northwest Ballet director Kent Dole shocked a New York City audience by storming up the orchestra pit and yelling, "Too fast, Stuart, too fast!" at conductor Stuart Kershaw. Kershaw denied that the music was too fast. even though they had to use the jaws of life to unscrew the ballerina from the stage. A pet store in Lake City is offering a new class teaching owners how to massage their dogs. The class title is Healthy Touch for Dogs, a change from the previous title, Shih Tzu Shiatsu. A model of the Jimi Hendrix Museum unveiled this week shows that the building will be made up of several misshapen structures painted in a variety of colors to invoke images of electric guitars. Museum officials say that to really appreciate the new structure, one will need to be, quote, massively high. On Tuesday, voters will decide on Initiative 655, which would make it illegal for hunters to use bait or dogs to get bears, cougars, and bobcats. Here with the commentary are Daryl and Delmer.
Vote no on Initiative 655. The animal rights extremists are trying to make it harder for us to hunt, when they should be making it easier. Why would they have an initiative for the bears, huh? Why don't they? That makes them walk out into big open fields so we can get a real good shot at them.
Yeah, or let us put up signs for the animals directing them to the parking lot where we're drinking beer from the back of our pickup.
Or how about just putting the bears and cougars in a big barrel at the shooting range?
Or even better would be to have live bears delivered to my rec room so I can shoot them from my Barca lounger while I'm watching TV.
But those animal rights people don't care. In fact, their real agenda is to make it so you can't even wear leather or eat meat, or vice versa.
That's right. Yeah. And this is just the beginning. Their next initiative would make it okay for animals to come up and sniff you whenever and wherever they want.
And then they want to make it so if there's a job promotion between you and a bobcat, the bobcat will get it.
And then they want to let animals use public restrooms. But I'll tell you, that would sure get me to use those sanitary things on the toilet.
Yeah, you won't be asking, does a bear doing it in the woods? You'll be asking, is a bear doing it in the stall next to me at the Sizzler?
Guys, sorry to interrupt, but is all this true?
Okay, well, we made up the part about the Sizzler.
Yeah. It would probably be Arby's.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, thank you guys. That was great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Finally, Henry Winkler, the Fonz from the old Happy Days show, came to Seattle during the week to campaign for Democratic gubernatorial candidate Gary Locke. Meanwhile, the news was not so good at Craswell headquarters when Potsy failed to show up. This has been the Late Report. Thank you. Well, that's just about all the time we have for Almost Live this week. Don't remember next Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, it's next Tuesday. Get out and vote. Vote for the candidate of your choice. Let's vote. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
For Bill Clinton.
No, vote for Bob Dole.
Well, guess that's it. I think we're done here now. It's a good debate, Bob.
Yeah, you too, Bill.
You know, it's kind of hard pretending to be enemies all the time, isn't it?
Bob Dole was just thinking that, Bill.
Here you go. Bob?
Bill?
Damn it, I love you, Bob.
I love you too, Bill!